The world of unexplained mysteries. The world is a mysterious place. Throughout history, there have been events that defy logic, places that seem to defy the laws of nature, and tragedies that remain unexplained to this day. These aren't stories born out of fiction. They are real-life events, documented and debated, leaving us with more questions than answers. Let's dive into 10 of the most chilling real-life tales of horror and mystery. 1. The Amityville Horror House. In November 1974, the peace of Amityville, New York, was shattered when Ronald DeFeo Jr. committed a horrifying act. Using a rifle, he murdered 6 members of his family while they slept, his parents and 4 siblings. Strangely, neighbors reported hearing no gunshots, and the motive remains unclear. A year later, George and Kathy Lutz moved into the same house, excited to make it their dream home. But their dream quickly turned into a nightmare. The family reported an overwhelming sense of dread, doors slamming on their own, and green ooze seeping from the walls. Their daughter, Missy, claimed to see a demonic entity named Jody, which appeared as a pig with glowing red eyes. George would wake up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders occurred. The Lutz family fled after just 28 days, leaving behind their belongings and a story that became the basis for books and movies. Whether the house was haunted or the claims exaggerated, the Amityville Horror remains one of the most infamous hauntings in history. 2. The Bermuda Triangle, Atlantic Ocean. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a loosely defined region in the North Atlantic Ocean that has become synonymous with mysterious disappearances. It forms a triangle between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, and has been the site of numerous unexplained events. One of the most famous cases is Flight 19. In December 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers departed for a routine training mission, but never returned. The flight leader reported that his instruments weren't working, and that he was completely disoriented. A rescue plane sent to find them also vanished. No wreckage was ever discovered. Another mysterious incident involved the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship with 309 crew members. In 1918, the ship disappeared without a distress call, and no trace of it has ever been found. Scientists attribute these disappearances to natural phenomena like rogue waves, underwater gas eruptions, or magnetic anomalies that could interfere with navigation. Yet, some believe in more extraordinary explanations, such as alien abductions or underwater portals. The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle continues to captivate the world. 3. The Sodder children disappearance, USA. On Christmas Eve in 1945, a fire broke out in the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder managed to escape with 4 of their children, but 5 of their kids were nowhere to be found. Authorities concluded the children had perished in the fire, but the Sodders were not convinced. No human remains were found in the ashes, and forensic experts later stated that a fire of that magnitude would have left bones behind. Adding to the mystery, the family noticed unusual occurrences before the fire. A man had threatened George, saying his house would burn because of his outspoken political views. Years later, Jenny received a mysterious photograph in the mail. It depicted a man resembling her missing son, with a cryptic message written on the back. The Sodder family spent the rest of their lives searching for answers, but the fate of the 5 missing children remains unknown. 4. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, Russia. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers embarked on an expedition into the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. They never returned. Weeks later, their campsite was discovered in disarray. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside, and the hikers' bodies were scattered across the snowy terrain. Some were found with horrific injuries, fractured skulls, broken ribs, and one missing her tongue. Yet, there were no external wounds that could explain the trauma. Theories ranged from an avalanche to secret military testing, but none explained all the evidence. Adding to the mystery, nearby radiation was detected on the hikers' clothing, and some witnesses reported seeing strange orange lights in the sky. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling and unexplained tragedies in modern history. 5. The Mary Celeste, Atlantic Ocean. The Mary Celeste was a merchant ship discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872. When another ship boarded her, they found her cargo intact, personal belongings untouched, and no signs of struggle, but the entire crew was missing. The captain's log offered no clues, and no distress signal had been sent. Speculations ranged from pirate attacks to sea monsters, but none seemed plausible. Some theorized that a sudden storm or waterspout frightened the crew into abandoning ship, but their lifeboat was never found. The Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest mysteries in maritime history. 6. The Enfield Poltergeist, UK. In the late 1970s, the Hodgson family in Enfield, England, experienced a series of bizarre events in their home. Furniture moved on its own, disembodied voices spoke, and objects were hurled across the room. The activity seemed to center around Janet, the 11-year-old daughter. Investigators, including police officers and paranormal researchers, documented several incidents, and some of the events were captured on tape. While skeptics believe the phenomena were orchestrated by the children, others consider it one of the most convincing cases of poltergeist activity ever recorded. 7. The Aokigahara Forest, Japan. The Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest, lies at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. The dense forest is eerily quiet due to its unique volcanic soil that absorbs sound. For decades, it has been a site where people have gone to end their lives, with over 100 confirmed suicides each year. Visitors have reported hearing whispers, seeing ghostly figures, and experiencing an overwhelming sense of dread. Locals believe the forest is haunted by the yurei, or vengeful spirits of those who died there. Despite its tragic reputation, it remains a popular tourist destination. 8. The Villisca Axe Murders, USA. In 1912, the town of Villisca, Iowa, was rocked by a brutal crime. 8 people, including 6 members of the Moore family and 2 young guests, were found bludgeoned to death in their home. The Wapona bloody axe was left at the scene, but the killer was never found. The house is now considered one of the most haunted locations in the United States, with visitors reporting eerie sounds, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures. The Villisca Axe Murders remain unsolved, adding a layer of mystery to an already horrific event. 9. The Curse of the Pharaohs, Egypt. When archaeologist Howard Carter opened the tomb of King Tutankhamun in 1922, a series of mysterious deaths followed. The expedition's sponsor, Lord Carnarvon, died shortly after, and others associated with the excavation also suffered untimely deaths. While some attribute the deaths to ancient diseases or toxins, others believe the tomb was cursed to punish those who disturbed the pharaoh's rest. The curse of the pharaohs continues to intrigue and terrify historians and archaeologists alike. 10. Skinwalker Ranch, USA. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah is one of the most infamous paranormal hotspots in the world. Over the years, witnesses have reported UFO sightings, mysterious creatures, and unexplainable phenomena like glowing orbs and sudden cattle mutilations. Scientists have conducted extensive investigations, but no concrete answers have emerged. Is Skinwalker Ranch a hub of paranormal activity, or is there a more rational explanation? The mystery endures. The world of unsolved mysteries. These stories remind us that the world is filled with the unknown. Are they coincidences, natural phenomena, or proof of something beyond our comprehension? The choice to believe or not is yours. Which of these mysteries captivates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more real-life mysteries and horror stories.